So this is the introduction to CorelDraw, and I'm going to go ahead and launch CorelDraw now. Launching CorelDraw. I'm using a MacBook, and the latest CorelDraw is CorelDraw for Mac. So CorelDraw is an application, is a vector-based application. What do I mean by vector? Vector is line drawing with lines. So I'm going to take you through how to use CorelDraw from the scratch to to the end. So the first thing you do when you launch your CorelDraw, you're going to have an interface like this, and you want to go to new document. As you can see here, new document, click on it, and another panel is going to open like this. You can just look at the settings: number of page view, primary color. Let your primary color be CMYK. CMYK means cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So this is good for print. RGB is good for digital, for viewing. So let it be CMYK. Page size A4, leave it as that. This is the size of, this is width and height. Then unit of measurement is inches. The orientation is in portrait, and resolution. So just click on OK. Click on OK, and another panel is going to open. So this is the CorelDraw panel. This is the CorelDraw page. This CorelDraw is quite new, so I'm going to activate some. Before I go into details, I need to quickly activate some things. I want to see my I want to see my toolbar. Okay, so I just hide that. Let me show status bar, view, show my toolbar. Then I also like to activate my color palette, so that whatever color I'm using in the design, it will be visible. So document palette. So I have my document palette open. So this is CorelDraw. This is how it looks like. You can open it if you are using a Mac or a window. Just open it, and let's see what you have. So there are different things. There are different sessions in this application. So there are other similar applications. There's Adobe Illustrator, there is Vector, and other applications like that. But in this class, we are going to be focusing on CorelDraw and how to use it. So let me take you through the panel. If you look at this side, can you see my cursor? This side, these are your tool panel, your tools. These are the tools we are going to be using to create magic, and these are properties. These are properties panel. So whatever you are doing on the page, you see their properties up here. So this is the center page. So whatever you do, whatever your design, whatever you're trying to achieve, let it not be outside this page. This is our A4. So the first thing I'm going to do is to take you through what sizing is, because as a designer, your measurement is very important. For example, you are trying to design a flyer, for example, that is going to be printed, and they told you design a flyer for us. It's going to be in A5 size. So what is A5 size? What is A4 size? What is A3 size? What is A2? So let me start from A4, because A4 is very popular. A4 size is the popular photocopy paper. That normal paper is A4. So half of A4, if you fold it into two, you are going to get A5. Then half of A5 is A6. That means double A4 is A3. I mean, if you put two A4s together, they'll give you A3. Then double A3 is A2. Double A2 is A1, and so on and so forth. So here you can, let's go back to our page. Here you can see all the sizes. They are there. all the sizes are here. You have your A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, and so on and so forth. But for the purpose of this class, I'm going to choose A4, which I already choose when we open the panel. So these are your sizes. So what's the next thing we need to do? Look here. Can you see that tool? It's called select, position, or transform objects. But to make it simpler, we call it pick tool. It's a tool that allows you to select other tools, to pick other tools. You know, it's like when you are driving and if your gear is in park, that means you have engaged a particular gear. But if your gear is in neutral, you have not engaged, you are not reversing, you are not driving, you are not parking, you are just there, you know, ready for whatever you want to do. So that is what this tool is for. It's called a pick tool. It allows you to pick items, pick color, you know, select unit of measurements, select sizes. You know, that's what it is meant for. So that's one. Two, you have your shape tool. So we are coming back there. I'm coming back to the shape tool. Then you have your crop tool. I'm also coming back there. You have your zoom tool to zoom in and zoom out. Zoom in and zoom out. Please be noting all these things. To zoom in and zoom out. Then the next tool is called a freehand tool. Freehand tool or draw curves. It enables you to draw curves and straight lines. So I usually like to say this in my class. Freehand tool and shape tool are, for me, the two most important tools when you are designing. Because why? These two tools enables you to draw anything in CorelDraw. You can use your freehand tool to draw anything. Think of it. Anything you want to do, your freehand tool is going to help you. And your shape tool will help you to edit whatever you have drawn with your freehand tool. Again, freehand tool is used to draw. Shape tool is used to edit whatever you have drawn. So let's do, for example, remember we are in pick tool. So I'm going to select my freehand tool. I've selected it. So how do you draw? You click on your mouse, you click once, then you drag. You click and you leave, then you drag. It's called click and drag. So you have drawn a line. Click, drag. I need you to practice this and tell me if you have any challenges doing this. Click, drag, then click again. Now let me quickly show you something. If you look at, let's use our zoom tool. If you look at the end of this line, there is a small tiny box here. That box is called node. What do I call it? Node. That box is called a node. What does node do? They are the interconnectors between your shapes and lines. You know, so that's what nodes are meant for. So if you look at all these lines, I'm zooming through my mouse, so you can also do that. You see that these lines are not straight. So if you want to draw a straight line, select your pick tool, click, then hold the control button on your keyboard, then drag. Drag and drop. If you are using a Mac, you are going to be holding the command button on your keyboard. Click, hold the command to achieve your straight line or straight curve. So I need you to practice this. You practice it and send it to me. You have to practice. It's important. Please practice it. So these are your lines. You know, remember I said earlier that your shape tool, your freehand tool, and your shape tool are the two most important. Now I want to shape this line. So you click on your shape tool, and use it to edit the line. So in the middle of your editing, there is something called curve. You can change this line to curve. By how do you do that? You right click on the line and you say curve, and that enables you to do what? It enables you to edit the line into curve. You can change it back to line by right clicking and say to line to change it back to line. So I'll see you in the next class. Please, I need you to practice this and send it to me.